They tried to create order. They made rules. They elected a leader. But what happens when innocence vanishes and children are left to rule themselves? What if there was no tomorrow? No adults, no rules, no nothing. Welcome to the island of the Lord of the Flies. A small plane carrying a group of schoolboys crashes on a deserted island in the middle of nowhere. As the smoke clears and the survivors come to their senses, they realize they're all alone, stranded in an unfamiliar place with no way to contact the outside world. At first, the boys work together to build shelters and start fires. Piggy, one of the boys, suggests electing a leader to help organize everyone and keep track of supplies. Ralph is chosen as their leader, and they create rules to ensure everyone's safety and well-being. But as the days go by, the boys become increasingly frustrated by their inability to escape the island. Tensions rise, and the group becomes divided. Jack, the leader of the hunters, wants to prioritize finding food, while Ralph believes they should focus on building a signal fire to attract the attention of passing ships or planes. This conflict highlights the boys' different perspectives and priorities, setting the stage for the story's central conflict between civilization and savagery. As the boys struggle to survive, their behavior begins to change. Fearful of the unknown and desperate for a way out, they start making up stories about a mythical beast that lives on the island, preying on those who wander too far away from the group. This creature, known as the Lord of the Flies, represents the boys' growing fears and the darkness that's beginning to consume them. One day, a group of boys ventures into the forest to hunt for food. They find a small pig, and Jack, excited by the prospect of a meal, kills it and brings it back to the group. A celebration ensues, but it's clear that Jack has enjoyed the hunt more than the food itself. From then on, the hunters become more interested in the thrill of the chase than in providing food for the group, causing tension and conflict between Jack and Ralph's factions. As the story progresses, the boys' behavior becomes increasingly chaotic and violent. Friendships are broken, alliances are formed, and betrayals occur. Piggy, who represents intelligence and reason, is killed, which symbolizes the triumph of chaos over order and the destruction of innocence. Ralph, desperately trying to maintain control, blows the conch, the symbol of order and democracy, but his efforts are in vain. The boys, now consumed by fear and savagery, turn on him, blaming him for the death of Piggy and accusing him of being the Lord of the Flies. They chase Ralph through the forest, determined to kill him. In a final act of desperation, Ralph climbs a tall tree and hides among the leaves. The boys, unable to reach him, continue their search, but eventually give up and leave him alone in the tree. As the story ends, we see that the island has become a battlefield of savagery and bloodshed. The boys have reverted to a state of nature, and the hope for rescue has all but vanished. The Lord of the Flies is a powerful exploration of human nature and the dangers of unchecked power. Through the story of these boys, Golding paints a bleak picture of humanity, suggesting that our capacity for evil is only restrained by the rules and values of society. The novel's ending, which features the arrival of a naval officer, serves as a reminder of the fragility of civilization and the ease with which it can be destroyed. The officer represents the adult world, but his presence also highlights the boys' transformation and the darkness that has taken root on the island. If you like this story, you might also like The Most Dangerous Game, about a big game hunter who finds himself being hunted by a millionaire on an isolated island. Or The Monkey's Paw, a cautionary tale about a family who receives a wish-granting monkey's paw and the consequences that follow.